we enter this quiet space, we recognize, intend, and feel the presence of the ancient ones that are here with us now. The ancient ones who knew the love and the harmony of being in the heart. And you're invited now to be in your heart by taking a breath and deepening, deepening, deepening into your seat where you become centered as you know how to do, becoming centered deeper and deeper and deeper, allowing the mind to understand it's time to shut off like a light, that we enter the safety of the darkness, the womb space, in the cave of the heart, your heart, where there is peace. Welcome that peace now. It is there. And the ancients are helping you find it. Father God, Mother God are behind you. As you let the stresses and worries of this world fall away. Fall away. Fall away. That you feel the heart beating. And in your heart beating, you hear, you are loved. You are good. You are safe. You are powerful. You are the beloved, and you are worthy. And as you relax and allow yourself to open to these truths, you find yourself drawn further and further into the cave of the heart, where in your mind's eye you see the trees outside swaying in their beauty of autumn, as each one an individual person or being emanating their light. And you see the bushes abuzz with beautiful bees that are making honey, the sweetness of honey, winking at you and saying, "You're my sweet, you're my honey." And you see the stars, the sky is blue, you see beyond them to the stars twinkling in heaven, winking at you, saying, "You are one with the cosmos, and the cosmos is one with you." And you feel the energy of the universe vibrating within you, lifting you, expanding your field. And you breathe it in. And you open to this new energy, this new experience, this new life forming. And so taking this energy into the peace and quiet of the silence, allow yourself to explore heart of love. bring this heart of love back into this space, allowing it to be nurtured as we come in sacred service together. Breathing back yourself to bring love here, now. There's something rising that's been buried for thousands of years. The remembering. It's called the remembering, and we're told that love will shower upon the planet and will remember what ancient people knew. How to live in harmony. How to live in harmony with the earth and with each other. And I'm thinking, remembering, I can't remember where I put my glasses half the time. So what is this remembering we're talking about? Because it's clearly not the same as remembering where we parked our car, or what we had for breakfast. What if remembering isn't about our minds? What if it's about emptying all the noise? Like the Daily Word was recommending. What's it about emptying all the doing, all the busyness, so we can hear what our hearts have known all along? What if we remember what our minds have forgotten? So maybe remembering is less like recall and more like recognition. Like when you hear a piece of music and something stirs inside you, you don't think it, you feel it, and you know that music, there's something special, maybe even ancient about it. You know that in your bones. You know how that is? That's what we're going to explore today. And we begin with a parable. And I want to give credit to where credit is due. This is sort of a tag team, though he didn't know it, from last week's very brilliant talk by Paul Christian, as well as inspiration from Chris Gilly, who told me about a class that I'm just drinking up, as well as, her name is slipping my mind, the channeler of Raphael, Kelly Kolodny. This talk is all inspired by them. So we begin with a parable. There were two women, Leah and Maya. Maya had a vision because of what's going on in the world. She knew this world desperately needs hope. Wouldn't you agree? So she thought of Leah, someone who understood the sacred, someone she trusted, and there was something about the way Leah listened, the way she held space for others, that Maya went to her and said, would you like to see if there's a way that we can build hope in the world together? And Leah said yes. So these two came together and they prayerfully asked for guidance. How could they help people remember? Because they thought, if we want to build hope, we need to remember how to connect heart to heart. Wouldn't that make sense? And so they prayed, show us guidance. How do we build this thing? And as they were doing so, they realized that for them to bring it to the world, they first had to embody it themselves. And so they made a sacred vow that in all of their communications with everyone and everywhere, they would stretch themselves to lead with the heart. So that would mean that they would not react. They would not fall into their old patterns, but they would connect with each person consciously from the highest place within them, heart to heart. So for a time, their work flourished. I mean, people were helped, people were drawn to them. Hope was kindled. And then, what typically happens with teams, they bumped up against each other. And there was a misunderstanding. What happened? Yeah, it happens. Leah was speaking about their work to someone, and she was just sharing it from her heart, not from her, and yes, from her own personal experience. And she naturally said, I, instead of we. She didn't realize how that would affect Maya, but Maya was affected. So when they had their next team meeting, Maya came vulnerably and honestly, and she said, Leah, I'm hurt. It feels like you are only thinking of yourself. I feel like you've taken this on without me, and this doesn't feel like a safe space anymore. So I'm stepping away. It was shocking. And then Maya withdrew completely to the point where she that day posted words for all to see. Some people drain your light rather than honor it. Know when to step away. She shut the door. Well, Leah was gutted, absolutely gutted. And she kept trying to reach out to Maya in every way she knew, but Maya's door was shut. So Leah decided, let me seek out the high priestess. Let me get some help, because I don't know what to do with this. I thought I came from heart of love. And she said, high priestess, have I failed? I did everything I know how to do. I reached out from my heart. I acknowledged her pain. I spoke the truth of how valuable she is, how valuable the work she does is, but she closed the door. Does our whole work and what we built mean nothing now? The high priestess responded, when you reached out to her, were you triggered? Oh yeah, I mean, it really hit the heart of the pain of abandonment that I've carried through all my life. It rose up, yeah. And what did you do with that trigger? Well, I really wanted to make Maya see I hadn't done anything wrong. I mean, I was just speaking from my heart. But I caught myself, I remembered our vow, because that's what I would always do. I'd always defend myself and try and show somebody that I was really intending all the best. But instead of convincing her, I did it differently. I acknowledged her pain, that it was real. And I spoke about how much she mattered. Even though everything in me wanted her to see, I really didn't intend to hurt her. I wanted to be with her. Well, the high priestess nodded and said, you have not failed. You have succeeded. Leah said, but Maya shut the door on me. Things are done. Nothing changed from what I did. Everything changed in you. Listen carefully. When you choose to connect heart to heart, you cannot control whether the other person opens their door or shuts it. They have free will. And here's what you must understand. The work of emptying, releasing the old patterns of choosing love, even when it's not returned, that work happens in you. You were willing to empty the old pattern, yes? You stretched yourself to choose the light, to choose conscious connection over unconscious reaction. You chose not to take it personally. That willingness, that choice, that is the remembering. You're remembering that you carry the cosmic womb of creation within you. You. And every soul on this planet, no matter the gender, are the space that holds, that gestates, that births. When you empty your old patterns and create space for love, even when it's hard, you remember your capacity to be generative, creative, and life-giving. Not because you control the outcome, but because you give birth to a new version of yourself. Yes? You created something new, Leah, a different way of being. You offered love, and that offering, that transformation within you, that is a creative act. That is life-giving. Yeah, but what about Maya and the door she closed? Her door closing does not diminish your opening. When people close doors, it doesn't diminish your opening. It deepens it because you learn something ancient. Say these words: I can stay open even when others close. I can choose love even when I'm triggered. I can be the hope I wish to see. I'll tell you a secret. The divine feminine is rising. Do you feel it? She asks us to trust this darkness, to create space, to empty what no longer serves. She invites us to do this work within ourselves. Heart-to-heart connection is an offering, not a demand. You offer your open heart. Maya may not be ready to receive it. That is her path, and there's no judgment about another's path, their pain, or their timing. Your path is to keep offering, to keep choosing love, not fear, to keep emptying. That is how you bring hope to the world, by being it. So do I just continue doing this alone? You're not alone. When you connect heart to heart with yourself, you're connecting with the divine, with this ancient knowing. You're connecting to everything. Maya's choice cannot separate you from that. Go now, continue the work, choose the light, embrace the dark, empty what no longer serves, not because it will change Maya or this one or that one or them or those, but because it changes you. And when you change, you allow more light to come through you to the earth. And with it, the world changes. Now here's what we can learn, and this is important. When we commit to connecting heart to heart, it is real for us. It is growth, it is learning, it is a rise in consciousness. It's us doing the work of emptying what no longer serves. Emptying our defensiveness, our need to be right, our old patterns of separation, our triggers. But the other person, they have free will. They can open the door or keep it shut. And here's the thing, some people are holding on to their pain so tightly, their perspective has become so focused on what's wrong, on how they've been hurt, that they can't see the love being offered. They're stuck in old patterns of separation. This is the part I can't wait to share with you right now. We are in such a powerful time, as you heard last week from Paul. If you didn't come, listen to it on the live stream. Because between now and the winter solstice, there are cosmic forces at work, intense solar storms, the three-eyed Atlas comet, all bringing new frequencies to our planet. And I also caveat, this is the way I see things. Trust your truth. You may or may not agree with me. That's okay. We are all in love. Is that okay? Okay. These aren't just astronomical events that are happening right now. They're bringing an influx of love to Earth and highlighting our triggers, our shadows, our old patterns. So it isn't easy because we see everything that we just can't handle. Oof. Nancy told me something. I don't listen to the news. She told me, it's like, Thank you. For those who are ready, this is our time to let go. To release the old stories we've carried from this lifetime, past lifetimes, our ancestral lineage. It's time to embrace the darkness. It's time to embrace the womb. Now I want to talk about something ancient that is being remembered, and it's called the cosmic womb. Many of us, I remember teaching this and believing this and loving this, that God, masculine God, wanted to experience relationship, and so what he did is he exploded himself into a million pieces like gemstones. And all of us are individualizations of God, so God can be in relationship. But that story is of God as one, as an active force. But today we're starting to see God as an active force and a receptive force. Divine male and divine feminine. So the cosmic womb is the living sacred field of potential within the divine, from which all creation emerges. It's the feminine face of God, the receptive, generative, nourishing space through which the universe completely and continuously births itself. All of us, regardless of gender, carry this within us. And I want to be clear, when I talk about the womb, I'm not talking about biology. I'm talking about the cosmic womb as a metaphysical capacity. It's a spiritual archetype that lives within every cell within us. Because we all have the ability to hold space, to gestate something in the darkness, to birth something new. Not just babies, but ideas, transformation, healing, and new ways of being. We all carry this creative, generative power. Men hold this as fully as women do. This is the sacred feminine that lives in every human being. And right now we need to empty the old stories out of our being, to make room for new birth. Our life experiences are created through our thoughts. This is what unity is all about. And when we balance both divine energies within us, the masculine doing and the feminine being, we create more fully. That is what this new era is asking of us, to trust the darkness, to create space, empty what no longer serves us. Listen to your intuition. Follow the wisdom within. Not to exclude the masculine, but to balance it, to make whole what has been fragmented. Unity principle of affirmative prayer teaches us to strengthen our awareness of God and our inner divine nature, including the divine feminine, by affirming positive and spiritual truths. When we embrace qualities like intuition, compassion, listening, trusting, allowing the space of the darkness without doing, these feminine aspects, we allow ourselves to rebalance and invite in a higher consciousness. So how do we do this? First thing, right now, you're going to get so much support in clearing out your old story. So look at your calendar and clear out everything that's not necessary to make room for being in the quiet. And then create a sacred space. Invite in the divine feminine. Place roses in your home. Live roses that you could see that energy, that beauty in them. Light candles so your space feels peaceful and sacred. Close the shades. Make a dark, dark space. Even wear an eye mask. Because then you suddenly are being comfortable with a new experience of what it was like when you were being formed and what it was like, what is like now to be in the womb of creation. Because something new is arising. And being in that womb, seeing into the darkness, reunites you to the time that you came from space. You are stardust. And it opens up the universe to go by all of that thinking of what's going on in the world and what you have to do, where you have to go, where you got to, what's going next on this world. Let me watch Netflix right now and TV, and then I got to do this. And oh my God, I forgot to do that. Let me run to do that. Spirit can't get through. There's a lot of power for those who feel so called between now and the winter solstice on the 21st of December. That will guide you to release the old story of the old patterns, the old conditioning that make you feel you're not worthy to be the God and the goddess of the light that you are. This is how we can empty now. Do you remember the song from Godspell, Prepare Ye the Way of the Lord? Right. I love that play. John the Baptist said, prepare, make space. A new consciousness is about to be born. Some people listened. We're in that same time again right now. Prepare ye the way. Empty what no longer serves. Make space in the darkness because something new wants to be born. The divine feminine is rising. A new consciousness is gestating. Think about that before Jesus came in, what he was predicting and how the world changed all of a sudden. We are in that time now. And we prepare not by doing more, but by emptying, by trusting the darkness, by allowing ourselves to be remade. Leah learned the sacred art of deep connection, that it's not about changing others, but about transforming ourselves, about staying open even when others close, about connecting heart to heart with the divine, with ourselves, with the ancient knowing within us. And now you know it too. May you carry the sacred art into your life, heart to heart. That is the remembering. That is the step now for how we change the world. Aho, amen, many blessings and much love.